Frankie's back here again. Hey, I've had a few requests from people wondering what to do with steering when they can't get it tight or it won't come loose. So for instance, with a quill stem, they can't get this loose. So they loosen this and the thing won't move, or they tighten it as hard as they can and it'll keep on moving. So what's happening there? Well, first you have to know how these things work. So this is the fork, and it comes to here, and then the stem fits inside there. Alright, and they're rotating. So they're two separate pieces. And inside that stem is the bolt that comes down from the top with the stem cap, and then a wedge at the bottom. And you can see there's a corresponding wedge on the stem. And as you tighten those up, these two pieces are wedging against each other to come tight inside the fork. You can imagine that happening. So as I tighten that up, those two pieces are getting thicker. What can happen is if it's been in there for too long, this piece, the block at the end, becomes rusted and won't move. So no matter how much you turn it, if this doesn't move, it can't move up and become tighter and wedge it. If this is stuck in the fork, then nothing's going to happen. So you have to loosen that first before you tighten things up. So what we do is, with our Allen key, which is usually a 6mm, we put that in there and loosen it, and then we get the hammer and give it a knock. And what that's doing is that's knocking those two pieces apart. So knocking that out from the end of the stem. It's knocking it off. Knock it down, then it all comes loose, and then bring the whole thing out and put some grease on here. And you can see someone's done on that. Put some grease on that and then reinsert it. And some on the thread as well, sorry. Put some grease on the thread and then reinsert it in there and then retighten it. And it should tighten up. Same thing if you can't get it loose, sometimes that's bound in there. So if you can't get this loose here, give this a whack and loosen it up a little bit, and then try and loosen it up. I've only got a short bit of leverage on that, but if you've got a long handled Allen key, that'll work a bit better. Or if you've got an end of a ratcheting spanner, that'll work. But you give that a tap first to loosen that up, and then once you get it out, put a bit of grease on it. Usually that'll work. That's the trick. I think I've only had one in the 10 years I've been doing it. Really got stuck, and I had to drill it out with a drill. But that's pretty extreme. Usually this is going to work. Put that in. Give it a tap. Only a gentle tap. You're not going to hurt just by doing that. Grease it up. Lube this up, and then redo it, and you should be fine. So that's how you tighten up that troublesome quill stem. Remember, it's a 6mm Allen key in the end, and really wrench it tight once you've lubed it up. I hope that helps. Nice and simple. See ya.